same coma he was in when he recommended this. So, anyway, here's the Godfather now on another dopey designer. Good morning, Godfather.
Good morning, Don Imus. I do not like this Joseph Abboud. He does not treat Don Imus with respect.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, who is he? A Finocchio seamstress who made his bones making Kmart versions of Ralph Lauren designs for his bathhouse buddies? If it were not for Don Imus, this Abboud would be nothing more than a rag merchant, a sweatshop gypsy, cutting butterick patterns for culottes. He's of Lebanese extraction. I do not know many Lebanese except for Corporal Klinger from MASH, with whom Abboud shares many things, a pronounced nose, an olive complexion, and the fondness for wearing women's clothing. I do not hold it against him that he wears it, because his men's clothing sucks. Homeless people prefer moving van blankets to his designs. The Jews in the garment district have a name for him, the Schmata Schmuck. His claim to fame is making jackets for Don Imus. He basically clothes a cowboy. He also does the same for an Indian, a construction worker, a motorcycle policeman, and a sailor. And yet he has the goal to dash your females.
What is it?
It's like the Bill Clinton thing. Yeah.
You're starting to get on my nerves about like Charles did.
Oh, clearly.
Because you don't do any.
Man, it's been a while.
You don't have any between the newscasts. You just kind of look at your computer and stare off into space. But you've got other little idiosyncrasies and tics.
You've been searching for these.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. One day you said to me, you don't do anything annoying.
No, you started.
There you go. I'm glad we're on that trajectory.
Yeah, he has tics and twitches that he didn't have before he started working for you.
Start doing the news.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
He's tapping his toe, beating his knee, he's twitching his head around, stuttering.
Big meeting for the president today and the
Charles
vice president.
had like 50 of them by the time he left. I remember it was nice working with you. I gotta go.
Yes, I did.
And did he say anything to you about the KT McFarland thing?
No, he didn't say a thing.
Didn't?
No, and no juicy gossip.
Did he say anything at all?
Kind of funny what I said, huh, Carly?
No, he didn't. I mean, I just gave him the general. That was good. Let's go.
Let's go.
Walked him right out of the building, and he's on his way.
So, do you ever have any conversation with him, or?
John, yeah, I would consider him a friend.
Oh, you would?
Mm-hmm. He's a great guy.
Okay. So when you meet him, what does he say?
When I meet him in the lobby,
Yeah.
we just general conversation.
Okay. So he never alluded to you at all about this KT McFarland
No,
claim.
no.
Okay. Do you believe that this? Do you believe him or do you believe KT?
Oh my gosh, Imus.
Show some guts.
Yeah, come on, Carly.
I believe.
Okay, you believe KT. Thank you.
Of course, we all.
You believe KT. That's who you believe. All right, so all bracket pool here.
Not you.
Carly.
Yes.
Oh, right, Carly.
Warner, you were right.
Yes.
Warner.
Now, did you sign on with her, Warner?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did.
But I didn't give her any money.
No.
Okay, well, Tony says what?
He dropped out yesterday after he heard the picks. He said, nope, not going to be it. Sorry, Carly, goodbye.
Okay, is that right, Warner?
It is true, because I heard she picked Belmont
Oh.
over Georgetown. You remember that?
Yeah.
I said, I'm out of here.
And what happened?
Well, they haven't played yet.
Yeah.
Well, what if they win? Belmont.
And she's right, and you're
I
right.
knew Carly was, Carly's in there.
Okay. What's coming up? Sports.
Well, the big story is still Syracuse.
Yeah.
You know, man, they're not going to get out of the East. I mean, they had a tough time. You know what the student body is of little Asheville, North Carolina?
3,000.
That's very good, I mean. 3,600.
No.
Very good.
Wow.
Well,
That is too much free time.
Yep.
You knew
good.
that right off the top of your head like
I did not know it, I guessed.
He knows all 64 teams.
That was good.
But I trust my gut instinct on almost everything.
Yes.
So.
Way to go, I.
Well, they almost knocked off the number one seed. You know, that's never happened. History of the NCAA.
110 times.
You guy remembers everything.
All right, 9 minutes after the hour. Let's do some news now. Warner's coming up.
Lucky guess.
Barney will have a briefing. Dagan's got some stuff, and we'll see what's happening. Godfather may have something still, and Rick Santorum. But let's do some news first. And here with that, at 9 minutes after the hour in the I'm Swim program, Colin McShane. Morning, Colin.
Morning, Iman. The president of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai, now lashing out at the United States, saying he's at the end of the rope because of the lack of U.S. cooperation in this investigation of the American soldiers' alleged killing spree last weekend.
Who said this?
Karzai.
It should be at the end of a rope, yeah, you know.
He says the delegation that he sent in to investigate the shootings did not receive the cooperation that the Afghans expected from American officials. Wants to have a good relationship, he says, with the United States, but it's becoming increasingly difficult to do that.
I'm dead, you Joseph Abboud-looking stooge.
No, there's a lot of news out of Afghanistan today. In addition to that, this lawyer for the soldier that's accused of the killings, the lawyer speaking out, he's actually back in Seattle, John Henry Brown. He points out that, among other things, this client of his is a decorated soldier.
I think it's of interest that we have a soldier who has an exemplary record, who was injured in Iraq to his brain and to his body, and then despite that was sent back.
Talks about how he saw his friend's leg getting blown off the day before the rampage and everything else, but
it's still 16 men and women dead, some children, women, all that sort of thing dead, and somebody should have not sent the guy back after he'd been to Iraq 3 times, and there was some apparently clear medical evidence that he had some brain damage. So.
Yeah, unidentified still. We don't know this Army Staff Sergeant's name. He's supposedly in Kuwait, but the reports indicate he may soon be moved back here to the United States. And also from Afghanistan, Turkish military helicopter crashed into a house near Kabul today, killing 12 Turkish soldiers on board. Also, 2 little girls on the ground were killed by this helicopter. And U.S.-led NATO forces on a mission near Kabul. Slow-moving storm packing large hail, heavy rain, high winds, spinning up a tornado ripped through southeastern Michigan, damaging more than 100 homes, either damaging or demolishing more than 100 homes. And President Obama, one-day fundraising trip. He's going to stop at his hometown of Chicago, but also in Atlanta. Big event there with Tyler Perry and CeeLo Green.
CeeLo Green?
Among others, yes.
Come on, man. CeeLo Green? All right, coming up on 12 after the hour, a little business news down here with that is Dagan McDowell. Morning, Dagan.
Good morning, sir. Looking to the bottom of the hour in the opening bell, the Dow futures are up 34 points. But and then consumer prices, the consumer price index was up 0.4% in February from the previous month, driven higher by rising fuel prices. And this is really the please tell me something I don't know, because the average American out there knows exactly how much consumer prices are going up because somebody just had to pump $124 into their Suburban to fill up the tank. The price of peanut butter costs more. Everything is going up. Then you got the government trying to tell you that prices are rising. Well, you know what? Just bite it.
Which race car driver will do well on this short track this weekend at Bristol?
Kyle Busch.
Oh?
Kyle Busch.
Oh, Kyle Busch.
Will do a very great short track driver.
Is he the bad Busch or good Busch?
Well, he's bad. He's bad, but not as lousy as his brother.
13 after the hour. Warner Wolf has sports. And before we get to that, here's the Godfather. Good morning, Godfather.
Good morning, Don Imus. I'm very disturbed by the behavior of Rick Santorum. Questa testa di budino funzionalmente stupido.
What?
Dysfunctionally moronic puddinhead. He's in Puerto Rico campaigning and tells potential voters there that they must learn English if they wish to become a state. Since when is speaking English a prerequisite for statehood? Have you not taken a taxi in New York or tried to get your lawn mowed in Texas? Santorum says speaking English is a requirement we have required for every other state. Minya, this pinhead barely speaks it himself. But there are many people in this country for whom English is their second language. Don Imus, for example, when he is sulla lettura area vive della macchia, on the air reading live spots, something that he does regularly. It is remarkable he's achieved legendary status as a man who made his career speaking on the English language radio and yet shows no proficiency in its vernacular or elocution. Pee-pee, caca, erection instead of election. He does not speak like a man. He has the vocabulary of a retarded parakeet. Marong.
How does this always come around to maligning me and my abilities?
To quote my friend Tony Powell, low-hanging fruit.
It is 6 minutes after the hour here at the Abboud Morning program.
Either way, though, he should leave things lie. Let him just be.
What?
I mean, we all love Le Boutelier, but I mean, you wouldn't want to be dredging up that old laundry. Just let it be.
Well, it would be.
Why bring it up?
Why bring what up?
The fact that he thinks she says that he dated her at some point.
Right.
I mean,
well, because he's coming up in the interview here on the radio.
No. I mean, no. Why would he bring that up out of left field?
Out of nowhere.
Out of just exactly.
One of the most
just
random
sort of attack
comments.
KT McFarland.
So you think KT McFarland is because she's happily married now, a mother of 5, bunch of grandkids, and a fairly well-respected personage on the planet, doesn't want to own up to
tapping that?
No, Bill, not tapping. How would you put it?
Certainly
Dagan?
having a relationship or
dating.
Knowing
him, yes.
him.
Right.
In the biblical sense.
Well, either or, really, but.
Yeah, that's right. So. Well, okay. So, Carly, you can't be old.
No, I think that he's just got her on the mind because she's a very accomplished woman and she looks terrific.
Yeah, she is attractive, so I could see where.
Admiring her from afar, watching her on TV.
He could be tuning in to the Imus Morning program, watching the Fox Business Network when KT is on, and he's sitting there,
No. He's doing what?
Pants around his ankle.
Yeah.
With a bagel and some orange juice.
What else?